How's it going, guys? It's Xbox Jared here. So, if you know me, sometimes I make MGTOW videos, and I try to be fair. I'm not a woman hater, I'm not Al Bundy, woman hater club guy. I'm generally a very fair person, so I do feel like I have a right to speak on this. I mean, really, this is my fucking channel. I can do what I want anyways. So, I want to talk about dating tips for women. This should be interesting, and I know I'm going to get some colorful comments for this, which is it's fine, entertaining to me. But um, there's I love YouTube animators, all the different animators, who make cartoon stories like the Odd Ones Out, like Jaden Animations, people like that. And I noticed there were some new ones, one called like Sugar. I don't know if I pronounced that right, and like a few others. But it seems that the dating videos are a popular topic for them. And whenever I watch them, it makes me feel bad. Like it really makes me feel sad for them because I see the mistake they're making, and I like to talk about that. So guys, let's discuss this, okay? And this isn't a hateful video, but look, here's one thing I know a lot of girls will agree with me on, okay? Boys are weird. Boys are gross, smelly, weird creatures who, like to play video games, make fart jokes, and, other questionable things. I was a boy once, okay? I was a gross, smelly boy, who liked Beavis and Butthead and, crap like that. And look, I mean, when you're a younger girl, you have to expect someone immature. Sadly, there's a lot of immature older guys as well, but like when you're like 11 or 12, or something like that, because some of the stories on these animators were talking about, dating when they were much younger, up to when they're older, but when you're like, a tween or even, I guess a pre-adult, you have to expect, guys to be like that. I mean, it's very rare to find a really mature and smart male. I'm just gonna be honest. When you're talking about that age. So guys, listen. The point I'm trying to make here is you just got to deal with it. You got to roll with the punches. You can't expect them to be perfect. And that goes for older guys too. I want to cover this now. With the older guys, ladies, listen, guys, we're not the smartest of all the species. I understand that. A lot of us are just, like my father, very blind to emotion or picking up on other people's feelings. And I love my dad, God bless him, but he was very awkward when it came to that thing. And listen, ladies, most guys are like that. We're not very emotional creatures. That's why I think a lot of guys make fun of the emo kids. And it's funny because it's probably the emo kids who end up having the most lastful relationships, really. But um, guys, listen, you just have to work with them. Okay, you have to work with us guys. I know it may not be easy, and I know it's not always fun, but you can't just ditch them because, guys, when you do that, you're making it harder and harder for yourself to find someone. And sadly, I think there are girls who just make a habit of doing this, and eventually they just stay single. They never find anybody, and that can happen to you. And I'm trying to help you guys here, okay? Listen, you got to work with us, all right? We're not perfect. We say stupid things, we talk out of our asses. Again, guys, we're not the smartest of all the species in the animal kingdom. But with that said, you shouldn't judge us by that. Even if we do say stupid things or act like a retard, that doesn't necessarily mean we're a bad catch. You just have to help. You have to be that guiding hand. I grew up dating girls like Daria, that show Daria, that gothy girl who, made all those funny quips and stuff, and it was very kind of cynical. And girls like that are cute, but man, they're a handful. You kind of have to play doctor too if you want to date a girl like that, because a lot of them do have issues. And, you know, I was willing to do that. I can distinctly remember the girlfriends I had, and unfortunately, a lot of times their issues, it was too much for me, and I couldn't handle it anymore. Because here's the thing, like, if you make a solid effort to try to help someone and you see that it's going nowhere, then yeah, that's pretty much the time to go ahead and break the relationship off because it's just going to get worse from that point. So really, I think my advice to some of you young ladies is just give it time. You know, don't rush relationships because if you rush into something, you might find that the person you're with simply is just unfixable. As sad as that is to say, and I don't mean to be a jerk saying that, you know, but some people they just want to move to the beat of their own weird fucked up drum. You know what I mean? And I'm all about individuality and stuff like that, but there's a lot of people out there who simply are just lost in the world, are like lost puppies. I think a lot of my trolls are like this, honestly. A lot of people who troll me, I think they struggle with insecurity and, you know, masculinity because that's how they get off is trying to feel like they're the top dog, you know, insulting me and crap like that, guys. And don't date people like that because they're just again they're just sad little puppies, you know. They need their mother's teat or something. I mean, they have no business being in relationships. That's my honest input there. They have no business being with a woman. They need to get their shit together, you know. There's an old saying about how you can't love other people unless you love yourself. That's very, very, very true. I know it sounds corny and I know it sounds cliche, but really, like, if you're with someone who doesn't even seem happy with themselves, odds are it's not gonna last, guys. People like this, they need help. And so going back to the whole, you know, gross, sweaty guys thing, there are a lot of guys who may be, you know, not the smartest in the world, and they may have their quirks. But if you can tell they're not one of those lowly people who just, you know, hates the world, who just, you know, hates themselves, don't drop them, guys, because I can promise you, with a little bit of help, you know, with a little bit of trimming and pruning, you know, you can make them yours and you can love them. And, you know, you guys, your relationship can grow into something very beautiful. So this is my advice to all women, guys. Listen, give us a chance. Just give us a chance. And it's really sad to see these girl YouTubers on here, you know, like all complaining about relationships and stuff like that. And I'm not saying it's entirely their fault all the time, but it's really sad because I can see most of the time that's what happens is they'll drop a guy, you know, just because they felt like maybe they were stupid or, you know, did stupid things or whatever, and didn't really give them a chance or didn't really work with them. Again, sometimes you have to play doctor. Sometimes you have to play teacher. You know, you have to teach them not to, you know, be a dumb monkey and, you know, throwing shit at other people or whatever acronym you want to use. You just have to work with us, guys. That's all there is to it. And look, I don't mean to sound bitter, but I just have to say that, you know, I've been with a lot of girls who did simply not want to work with me, who did not want to, you know, try to at least make our relationship work because they had their indifferences over petty things. You know, like because I don't have a car or because I live with my parents, or stupid, mundane things like that. Things that are just so petty and sad. And I know people are going to say stupid things about me in the comments, and I don't care because really you know, I don't follow the rules of society to begin with. I just do my own thing in life. My choice to stay with my parents is my own choice. You know, I think it's honestly better than being that creepy bachelor who lives with cats in a small, tiny apartment. I believe I have more pride than those kinds of beta male cucks. But anyways, guys, I don't want this video to get drawn out or become a weird rant. So guys, let's try to get along with each other. try not to judge each other too, because I think judging and being judgmental is really lame. And I'm not going to say that's just girls who do that, but let's just say that I think that has become a problem with them. And as far as relationships goes, you know, try to be more open, try not to judge. And I know you guys will find someone. So good luck out there anyway, guys. Peace.